Here's how Western psychology is rooted in white supremacy, Part 1. First, who does psychology study? The majority of psych subjects are white, middle-class, elite American undergrads. These results are then exported to the rest of the world and used to guide what healthy and good emotional functioning looks like. Next, we have a tendency to base ideas of health on Western ideals of self. These are individualistic rather than collectivist and heavily self-reliant. As a result, we tend to pathologize interdependent ways of relating, calling families who are super close enmeshed or codependent. We tend to overlook contextual factors, such as the fact that marginalized populations live in oppressive systems, which absolutely affect their mental health and functioning. Follow for Part 2 and more content on decolonizing mental health.
That is the stupidest thing I ever heard of. Jesus Christ.
I'm not racist.
And we are back. Happy Sunday. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you're all having an amazing weekend so far. I almost didn't make a video today. Life's getting really hectic. That's all for another day. Anyway, I was doing some research last night, this morning, checking out some videos, and it's just peak insanity. These people have completely lost their minds. And just when you didn't think it could get any worse, here we are. Trust me, it gets a lot worse, as you'll see in today's episode of Epic Woke TikTok Fails.
TikTok is degenerate trash. Correct.
Everything woke turns to shit, okay?
No truer words have ever been spoken, ever. Ever. Anyway, if you turn your attention to the screen real quick, this is Grimes. Fitting. Elon Musk's girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, I don't know. I heard recently they broke up. They had a child recently, little baby, and they named it a series of letters and numbers. Fitting. And as, in case you can't see the details on this, she's walking, I don't know what this getup is, walking through the streets of Hollywood, I think. She's got 3 claws on each hand like a velociraptor from Jurassic Park, reading a book with Karl Marx on the front. I can't read the title of the book. I'm guessing some socialist, communist book. Because I've seen her in videos before preaching communism. So, yeah, there's that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming back. Listen, we got a lot to cover today. As I said, these people have completely lost it. They've lost the plot, and you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. We got a lot to get into. Before we do, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video. Today's video is being brought to you by Kalena Allen. Kalena, I hope I'm pronouncing your first name right. You will recognize Kalena in the comments as Frog in Progress. Kalena, thank you so much for sponsoring today's video. It's greatly appreciated. I've said this before, but you guys sponsoring these videos, supporting the channel, are keeping this ship afloat as the YouTube's overlords are trying to sink us. So Kalena, thank you so much. Thank you. By the way, if you're new to the channel, this is your first video, or you checked out a few videos, hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the greatest community on the YouTubes. We're just trying to laugh, get through these crazy times together, and it's it's keeping me sane right now. I've said it before. You guys keep me motivated and inspired, and you guys keep me sane. So yeah, hit that subscribe button. Join us all on this journey. Let's get into it. And sometimes it's good to start off on the right foot with a laugh. So this one's great. Also, stay tuned because Tom McDonald released a new video that I want to do a reaction video to. He released a new song video called America. I want to do a reaction to it. I plan on doing it. However, I found a new based rapper, white dude, that is, may start giving Tom McDonald a big run for his money soon. I'm going to play a little clip of this kid at the end, so stay tuned for that. You're not going to want to miss him. Roll the film, please. It says, I believe in miracles. Oh, that's great. Listen, we're going to need a miracle to save this country now. Moving right along. All right, next up, more labels. Who would have thunk it? Shocking. Wouldn't that be Trixic or Toric? I have no idea what either of those means. Roll the film, please.
Talk about Trixic and Toric, because I've been waiting for this one. So I have absolutely nothing wrong with anybody who wants to use those labels. Trixic means a non-binary person who is attracted to women. Toric is a non-binary person attracted to men. But I am neither of those things. And one of the definitions of lesbian is non-men attracted to non-men, which is me. I'm a non-binary person attracted to everything on the gender spectrum except for that little dot right there, which is binary men. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, wasn't thrilled. The only problem that I have with Trixic and Toric is that there are a lot of turfy lesbians who will use the existence of those labels as a way to say, well, you can't be a lesbian, this fits you better. Which is their way of saying to trans women, you're not a real woman, you don't fucking belong. Or you use he, him, or they, them pronouns, so you can't be a lesbian. He, him lesbians are valid, we're not even gonna get pronouns don't even fucking equate to gender. But yeah, thank you for letting me talk my shit again.
What does any of that mean?
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Truly, nobody cares. Listen, call yourself a Trick or Treats or Torics or whatever you want. Call yourself whatever you want. That's great. No one cares. These are the same people that if you call them the wrong label, this is what happens. So I just find it best to avoid these kind of people that have these labels that if you don't call them the right thing, I'm going to have a meltdown. Let's keep it moving, please. All right, next up, space is now violent. I don't know. You figure it out. Roll the film, please.
This behind me is St. George's Wharf in London. This pathway that I'm on is public space, but this park, if you can call that a park, isn't. It is for the use of the residents only, but as you can see, there are no residents in the park because it's a shit park. And yet, I can guarantee that this park fulfills perfectly its role. It adds value to the surrounding properties, not by providing a pleasant space for the residents, but by asserting the exclusiveness of this complex. The only function of this area is to be a marker of social segregation. It makes the residents feel superior, and it sends the message to everyone else that they're not worthy of that space. This is one of the many ways in which the space can be violent in this country and reinforce and affirm social segregation.
That is without a doubt the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You are a fucking idiot.
Okay, pal. Let me tell you guys something real quick. I'm sure a lot of you already know. As far as social segregation, this guy's talking about. Did you guys know that there are colleges in the United States that have all black dorms? They have all black graduation ceremonies. There is the NFL first national anthem they sing in the NFL games is considered the black national anthem, and then they sing the regular one. There are these multicultural centers that they're building at these colleges, and there are plenty of videos out there with black people in these colleges literally saying that they don't want white people in the multicultural centers. I think this guy's got it confused about who's calling for segregation here. Just an observation, sure, sir. Let's keep it moving. When the new employee is a Trumper. Roll the film, please.
I had to tell you about this encounter I just had with a Trumper. So there's this new guy at work. He's mid-50s, white, male, and he's the only unvaccinated person at work. And we are all Democrats until he arrived. And then we realized that he was a Trumper because his wallpaper on his phone is a picture of Donald Trump. We have been commenting about that, but he doesn't know, of course, and he doesn't know who I am. I only have 40,000 followers here, thank you, by the way. But on my main account, which is in Spanish, I have almost 200,000. So he doesn't know who I am. And everyone knows what I do because I do a lot of research while I'm at work. So this morning I walked in and I say, good morning, how are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm fine. And then he comes to me and he's like, are you the writer? And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, they told me that you're a writer. And I'm like, oh, yes, I am. I'm a screenwriter. And he's like, oh, and I also heard that you're into politics. We're going to have a lot to talk about. And I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of like a personality online when it comes to politics. And then he says, well, I do not really have a political party affiliation, but I vote for the person, not the political party. And I'm like, that's good. And he's like, yeah, I like to vote for whoever's going to put more money on my pocket. And I'm like, oh, so you vote Democrat? I swear, this was his face. And then he says, not necessarily. And I'm like, well, Republicans stopped caring about we, the people, a long time ago, especially with Donald Trump. And this was his face. While I channeled my Paola Bracho alter ego.
You must have got manure for your brains.
You've shit for brains.
Wow. This person's apparently some big political commentator over there on the TikToks. I don't know. And thinks that the Democrats were the people? Why don't you read through that $3.5 trillion spending bill where they want to corporatize cryptocurrency, weaponize the IRS, bankrupt small businesses with these massive fines on businesses that don't get all their employees shotted up. Let's keep it moving. All right, now let's get into some more famous people. You guys aren't going to believe some of the things I'm about to show you. Well, you probably will. So Greta Van Doensberg, I don't know what she's doing or what she's talking about. Every single person at her little rally has a face covering on, except her. Her microphone has one on. What? Roll the film, please.
Another world is possible. We are unstoppable. Another world is possible. We are unstoppable. Another world is possible.
What an idiot.
How dare you?
I can't even believe people are still listening to this. She takes her mask off, wraps it around her microphone. Everyone else there's got a... I told you, none of it makes any sense. Let's keep it moving. All right, this next one is absolutely insane. Keith Olbermann used to be on SportsCenter. I mean, I kind of remember him from back in the day watching like NBA and NFL. Trump broke so many people. When Trump won in 2016, he broke these people's brains. I don't know if Keith Olbermann was like this before. This guy is a raving lunatic. I think he's got a YouTube channel on it. I saw this on his Twitter page. This guy is literally insane. Check this out. Watch. He starts foaming at the mouth. He's got spit flying everywhere. This guy's nuts. Roll it.
Booster shot. Mission accomplished. And it is. It is time to stop coddling them, the ones who won't get the damn shot already. And our first step, you and I, is symbols, the language we use. We call these people vaccine hesitant, vaccine skeptics, anti-vax. We say they're protesting mandates and passports. They're making a personal choice. They're waiting for more information. They're making a medical decision. Bullshit! They're afraid. They're afraid to get vaccinated. Stop feeding their egos about what they're doing. Stop legitimizing it. Vaccine hesitant, they're afraid. Vaccine skeptics, they're afraid. Anti-vax, they're afraid. They're protesting mandates and passports. They're afraid. They're making a personal choice. They're afraid. They're waiting for more information. Afraid. They're making a medical decision to be afraid. The snowflakes are afraid. Afraid of being proved wrong. Afraid of doing what anybody else in the world tells them to do. afraid of needles. So no more pleasant euphemisms about what's going on here. Apart from the people who have legitimate medical complications about vaccines, we have to stop coddling the morons who will not get the shot. We start by calling them what they are. They are all snowflakes and cowards and idiots and losers. And most importantly, they are afraid.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Oh my God. Oh, wow. Look at, he's got spit all over his lips. It's just spit's flying everywhere as he's snapping and snarling. What a poor, sad old man. What a washed up, just sad, pathetic old man. That is sad. Really, really sad. Moving right along. All right, another one that had his brain broken. And is just, in my opinion, just sad and pathetic again, is this knucklehead. Roll the film, please.
Get a shot, get a shot, get a vaccine shot, get a shot, get a shot, get a vaccine shot, get a shot, get a shot, get a vaccine shot, get a shot, get a shot, get your vaccine, 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 shot, shot, shot. Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, get a shot, get a shot, get a vaccine shot, get a shot, get a shot, get a vaccine shot, get a shot, get a shot.
I think you're all fucked in the head.
I told you, they've completely lost the plot. Moving right along. All right, next up, this is so great. This is epic right here. This guy, Brandon Brown, I think, I'm not sure, just won the NASCAR to race in Talladega. I mean, these NASCAR audiences are huge, bigger than any football, basketball, any sport. These audiences are huge. So what have we heard echoing around the stadiums, the concerts, everywhere around the country? F. Joe Biden. Check this out. It hits NASCAR. This reporter tries to cover for him. This is classic. Roll the film, please.
Unbelievable moment. Brandon, you also told me, as you can hear the chants from the crowd, let's go, Brandon. Brandon, you told me you were going to kind of hang back those first two stages and just watch and learn. What did you learn that helped you there in those closing laps? Oh, my God. It was learning.
The reporter goes, oh, they're chanting, let's go, Brandon. Typical media, right? But this poor guy, it ruined it for this poor guy because now NASCAR, I heard NASCAR can't actually be showing this interview because they didn't edit it out. I don't know. It's this poor guy, it sucks for him, but it's epic. And I think that reporter knew exactly what they were saying and she had to try to cover. Moving right along. All right, listen, guys, we are almost done. If you made it this far, give yourselves a round of applause, a pat on the back. You guys know I can't do this alone, so thank you so much for trudging ahead with me. I'm really happy that I came on here and made this video today because, like I said, I've had a tough weekend. Things are just getting a little wacky, and it always makes me feel better to do these videos, laugh my ass off, engage with you guys. So I'm glad I was able to do this. Thank you guys so much. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Become a member of the greatest community on the YouTubes. Once again, thank you so much to the sponsor of today's video, Kalena Allen. Frog in progress in the comments section. Thank you so much for sponsoring today's video. And if you want to sponsor the next video, there's a PayPal link in the description box below. I will read your name as a sponsor of said video, unless you Sorry, I just got distracted for a minute. Unless you say otherwise, unless you want a nickname, if you want to use your YouTube username, that's fine. So if you want to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there's a link in the PayPal. There's a link to PayPal in the description box below. I will shut up now. Roll the film, please.
I am so tired of catering to cis people's feelings. Because I do. I do it every time I go to a restaurant and the server says, "Hi, ladies," and I don't correct them. Every time I choose the women's washroom because people expect that of me and it makes them comfortable. Every time I go to the grocery store and ignore being called miss or ma'am. Every time a close friend misgenders me and my immediate response is to say, "No, it's okay as long as you're trying." It's not okay. And I'm not okay, because in order for any of you to even entertain the idea of respecting my existence, I have to water down all of my emotions lest I live up to the whiny crybabies trans stereotype that you all have in your heads. Because God forbid you take someone seriously when they are showing valid emotion.
Mother, it's a man, baby! Basil, I thought she was a man. Meant she is rather mannish. If that is a woman, it does look like she was beaten with an ugly stick.
That one never gets old. I got really confused. Maybe that's the point. Moving right along. Oh, I meant to show you guys this right after. Sorry, I got a little distracted a few minutes ago. Goose was making some weird noise. He's all right. He was having some kind of nightmare, really strange. Anyway, meant to show you this right after the whole vaccine thing. So on the YouTube's, the vaccine box set, it doesn't seem to be too popular. 5.5K thumbs up, 16,000 thumbs down. You would think that they would start to understand. People don't like this garbage, but whatever. Okay, we're going to end it on something funny. I find the best way to end it is with something, keep us, end it with laughing to leave us laughing at the end. So the Australian government right now. Now, I know I played a TikTok clip that someone had put together with this guy in it, this little skit from Parks and Rec. I never get tired of this. This is the funniest skit. Hilarious. Roll the film, please.
Shout like that, they put you in jail right away. No trial, no nothing. Journalists, we have a special jail for journalists. You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail. You're charging too high prices for sweaters, glasses. You right to jail. You undercook fish, believe it or not, jail. You overcook chicken, also jail. Undercook, overcook. You make an appointment with the dentist and you don't show up, believe it or not, jail, right away. We have the best patients in the world because of jail.
Oh my God, I've watched this thing probably like 10 times already. The Australian government right now. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Once again, guys, if you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much. I keep saying it, but I couldn't do it without you guys. You guys are amazing. The greatest community on the YouTubes right here. Listen, everything's going crazy. People are nuts. Keith Olbermann's snarling and snapping and foaming at the mouth. So just stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Listen, I love you guys, and I'm going to try to keep doing as many videos as possible. We got a live stream coming. Kind of explain more things that are going on and just kind of shoot the breeze. All right, guys. Till next time. In the words of the great George Washington, stay strapped or get clapped. Peace.